Hello, senior threes. Welcome to today's lesson. Today we are going to be in map work. I told you that we shall concentrate in the compulsory areas. So far, we have seen field work, we have seen photographic interpretation, but we have not yet looked at map work. I may not start from those aspects that begin. I may start from somewhere. So today, I want us to talk about the first aspect is going to be trend. I don't know whether you still remember that. Trend is also the same as alignment. It's the same as alignment. When you have been asked about the trend, trend is given between degrees. It's given between degrees. It can be of a river, it can be of a lake, it can be of a coastline, name it. So, let us have a guiding question here, assuming they ask you that what is the trend of the dry weather road from Katuna Junction to Chanika Road Junction. So when it comes to trend, you go on the map extract and first identify these two places. In our question here, we have Katuna Road Junction and Chanika Road Junction. Katuna and Chanika Road Junction. So, assuming this is our dry weather road, assuming this is Katuna, assuming this is Chanika. So the question is, what is the trend of the dry weather road from Katuna Junction to Chanika Road Junction? In finding the trend, you first identify these two places. Where is Chanika Katuna Road Junction and where is Chanika Road Junction? After, join these two places with a straight line. After identifying these two places, establish their center points. First, where is the center of the road junction at Katuna? Where is the center of the road junction at Chanika? After that, get your ruler and join, and a pencil, and join these two with a straight line. You're joining the center points of these two places with a straight line. Then after that, estimate the center of this straight line. Just estimate the center. You are not going to measure. Then at the center, you draw there a compass. Assuming this is the center. You draw there a compass facing the north. You draw there a compass facing north. So after drawing there a compass facing the north, you're going to take two more steps. The first step, you're going to start from the north. Move clockwise until you come to the line which joins the two places. Start from the north, move clockwise. Clockwise is the way the minute hand moves. Move clockwise until you come to the line which joins the two places. Get the size of this angle. Of course, this is a right angle, 90 degrees. Here you're not going to measure 90 degrees. Get a protractor and measure the angle from here up to here. Because you are measuring this angle from this line, so your protractor has to sit on this line. You bring your protractor, you put it here like this. Measure the angle from here up to here. Assuming you get 28 degrees. That means the whole of this angle is 90 plus 28 degrees. Are you together? And that will give you 118 degrees. Step 2. Start from the north again, move clockwise, cross the south until you come back to the line which joins the two places. This is the second step. In the second step, again, you start from the north, move clockwise, cross the south until you come back to the line which joins the two places. Again, you get the size of this angle. 90, you're not going to measure. 90, 90. Meaning that here you have 90 degrees, here 90 degrees, and even here 90 degrees. Then you measure this remaining angle from here up to here. But the size of this angle is the same as this one. You got this as 28. This one is also 28. You don't need to measure. They are the same. So the whole of this angle is going to be 90 plus 90 plus 90. That is 270 degrees. Then plus 28 degrees. That will give you 298 degrees. So you have these two values now, this one and this one. So how do you write the trend? So just say the trend is, you start with this one that you got first, is 118 degrees to 298 degrees. I told you trend is given between degrees. I repeat, in finding the trend or alignment, you must know these two words. If they don't, these two concepts, if they don't use trend, they may use alignment. So you first identify the two places on the map extract. Establish their center points. Join their center points with the straight line. Estimate the center of this straight line which you have drawn. At the center, you draw there a compass facing north. After drawing there a compass facing north, you're going to take 2 steps. Start from the north, move clockwise until you get to the line joining the two places. Get the size of this angle, 118. The second step, start from the north, move clockwise, cross the south until you come back to the line joining the two places. Get the size of the whole of this angle, that it is 298 degrees. So how do you write the trend? The trend is, you start with what you got first. 118 degrees to 298 degrees. Don't confuse the trend with bearing. They are different. They are not the same. Don't confuse trend with the bearing. When we talk about bearing, bearing is given in degrees. Bearing is given in degrees. Assuming a question is find the bearing, find the bearing of the borehole from the church. In finding the bearing of one place from another, go on the map extract and identify the two places first. Where is the borehole? Where is the church? Are you together? You have identified the two places. You have seen where the church is. You have also seen where the borehole is. This is the symbol for the church. It is a cross. So after that, establish the center points of these two places. Where is the center of the borehole? Where is the center of the church? Join their center point with the straight line. Then after that, go back to the question and look for the place which is coming after the word from. Find the bearing of the borehole from the church. It is the church which is after the word from. At that place which is coming after the word from, draw there a compass facing north. It is the church. Draw there a compass. You must be accurate, so the lines you draw must be straight. Then after drawing there a compass facing north, start from the north of that place where the compass has been drawn. Move clockwise until you come to the line which is joining the two places. So to get the bearing, get the size of this angle. So this is a right angle. You're not going to measure these are 90 degrees, these are 90 degrees. But this one is less than 90. Therefore, you have to get a protractor and measure this angle from here up to here. Because you are measuring this remaining angle from this line, so your protractor has to sit on this line. You bring your protractor and press it here like this. So measure the angle from here up to here. Maybe you get 72 degrees. That means the whole of this angle is 90 plus 90 plus 72. That means your bearing is going to be 180 degrees plus 72 degrees. And that will give you 252 degrees. That will be your bearing. That will be your bearing. Remember, it has to be given in degrees. This diagram is drawn on the map extract in pencil. In pencil. It is drawn on the map extract in pencil. Then, even here, this one is drawn on the map extract in pencil. We use a pencil because after when you finish, you erase, you remove. It is also important to note that bearing is given in 3 digits. In a situation where you have only 2 digits, start with a 0. For instance, if it is 62 degrees as your bearing, instead of writing 62, you write 0, 62 degrees as the bearing to make them 3 digits. In a situation where you have only 2 digits, start with 0, 0. For instance, if the bearing is 80 degrees, don't write 80 degrees, you write 0, 0, 80 degrees as the bearing to make them 3 digits. So, bearing is given in degrees. Trend is given between degrees. So these two should not confuse you. They are different. Are you together? Okay. Let us continue. Want to look at describing a relief on a map extract. How
How do you describe the relief of the area shown on the map extract? How can I be able to tell that this area is flat, this area is steep, this area is hilly, here there is a saddle, here there is a ridge, this area is gently sloping or has got gentle slopes, here there is a valley, here there is a crater. How do you identify all those relief aspects on the map extract? Before you can be able to identify these relief aspects on the map extract, you must know how they are represented on the map extract. In describing relief on the map extract, we basically use the contours. How? In an area where contours seem to be so close to each other, like this, then this is a steep slope or steep slopes. When you see in an area where contours are so close to each other, then that area is said to be having steep slopes. Then where you see contours being moderately spaced, then these are gentle slopes. Or you can say the area is gently sloping. Where contours are widely spaced, then that area is said to be flat or lowland. Then, when you see an isolated hill in a lowland area like this, then we call that a knoll. You can say Inselberg. Some of you pronounce it as a knoll, but it is knoll. Then, where contours form a circular pattern like this, and the last contour here is small, then this is a conical hill. Then we can also, where this last contour is wide like this, then this is a flat topped hill. That is a flat topped hill. Then where contours run parallel to each other like this, this is what we call a ridge. It is sandal-like. This ridge may also have other features like saddle or core. If you have a hill here and a hill here, this area in between is what we call a saddle, or you can also call it core. A dry valley between the two hills is what we call a saddle or core. However, a saddle is bigger than a core. A dry valley between the two hills is what we call a saddle or core. Together. So, you must know how these relief features are represented. Then, we can also describe relief using drainage features. How? That where you see a lake, the relief feature which is there is a basin. Where you see a swamp, papyrus, that is a broad valley. Where you see a seasonal swamp, then that is a lowland or low-lying area. So, assuming this is your map extract. Assuming this is your map extract. assuming here, assuming this is a lake, you are describing relief. When you are describing relief, identify a relief feature and where it is located. What is this? Steep slopes. So we shall say steep slopes. Where are they located? Northwest. In the northwest. What are these? Gentle slopes. Gentle slopes. Where? In the southeast. What is this? Ridge. Ridge. Where is it? In the northeast. What is this? Saddle. Saddle. Where? In the northeast. What are these? Conical hills. Conical hills. Where? In the northeast. Here contours are widely spaced, so flat area in the central. These are drainage features. This is a snow swamp. So we say low land. Where? In the southwest. This is a what? A lake. Which feature is there? Basin. Basin. Where? In the southeast. How many descriptions of relief have we given? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. I'm not saying that you're supposed to, when you're locating these features, you only use direction. You can also use place names or grid square. Remember I told you, we use a grid square to locate a feature which is within a box. So in describing the relief of the area shown on the map extract, you only need to identify a relief feature and its location. A relief feature and its location. A relief feature and its location. You don't have to use so many words. Simply tell us steep slopes. Where are they located? Gentle slopes. Where are they? Okay. Saddle. Where is it? Ridge. Where is the ridge? So if in the brackets they have indicated 3 marks, that means they want 3 descriptions of relief. Each description you give here, it is 1 mark. And what you have to note is that when we are describing relief, no relief description is supposed to be repeated. Have you seen any repetition here? Steep slopes, we have mentioned them once. Gentle slopes, once. Ridge, once. Saddle, once. Conical hill, once. Flat area, once. Lowland, once. Basin, once. So each relief aspect is mentioned once. You are not supposed to have any repetition. So in order for you to be able to describe the relief of the area shown on the map extra, you must know how the different relief features are represented on the map extract. That if I'm looking for steep slopes, how do they appear? How do they look like? Are you together? I may have, assuming I have other features here, I have other hills here. I have these are also hills. So this is a hill. When there are so many hills in one area, then we say that area is hidden. So when I'm describing relief, I may also add another description here. I will say hidden area in the northeast. Hidden area. Why am I calling it a hidden area? Because it has got so many hills. That is why I'm calling it a hidden area. hill area in the northeast. Are you together? Yes. So this is how we describe the relief of the area shown on the map extract. Simply identify a relief feature and then show us where it is located. In locating these relief features, we use place names, we use compass direction, or grid square. However, we only use a grid square to locate those features which are within a box. A feature which is occupying a bigger area, we cannot use a grid square to locate where it is. Are you together? Yes. So that is describing relief. I want to end with what we call drainage patterns. I want to end with what we call drainage patterns. Drainage patterns. Drainage patterns are different from drainage features. When we talk about drainage features, this is where we can talk about lakes, rivers, swamps, ponds. Those are drainage features. Those water sources, those are drainage features. But when we talk about a drainage pattern by definition is a plan or a layout created by a river and its tributaries on the surface of the earth. That when a river and its tributaries are flowing on the surface of the earth, they create a layout or a plan that we call a drainage pattern. The commonest drainage patterns on a map extract, one is what we call dendritic drainage pattern. Then two is what we call trellis drainage pattern. Then we have another is radial drainage pattern. Then four, we have centripetal drainage pattern. Then five, we have parallel drainage pattern. These are the commonest drainage patterns on the map extract. We must know how each drainage pattern appears on the map extract. When we talk about a dendritic drainage pattern, this refers to a drainage pattern where tributaries join the main river at acute angles. Tributaries join the main river at angles less than 90 degrees. In fact, dendritic drainage pattern appears like tree-like branches on the map extract. If you have this as a river, assuming this is our main river, then these are tributaries. This is a dendritic drainage pattern. You can see that these rivers are joining the main river at angles less than 90 degrees. So they make what we call a dendritic drainage pattern. Remember, even in sketch map drawing, you may be asked to draw a sketch map and indicate one drainage pattern. So if they tell you to indicate one drainage pattern, look at the way these rivers are joining. Do you see some rivers that are joining at angles less than 90 degrees? If you see them, that means they are making what we call a dendritic drainage pattern. So when we meet again, we shall continue with these drainage patterns. How each drainage pattern appears on the map extract. We are ending our lesson here. Thank you for listening.